Welcome back to eSIM Studios. I have a new microphone. Give me just a second. Let me check the sound, the audio, the volume on this, and we will come right back in literally just a second. Hang on with me. Let me double check the audio. Brand new mic. Moving on up. I got an expensive one. So let me test to make sure the audio sounds good, and we will start the show. Hang on. Testing 1 2 3. I got a new microphone. Give me just a second. Let me make sure the audio is coming through. Testing 1 2 3. I got a new microphone. Give me just a second. Let me make sure the audio sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Let me send the link out to the social media and we'll get started. Alrighty, we are about ready to start here. How is everybody doing today? Whew, allergies are kicking my ass today. Okay. We got the link sent out, notifying everybody that we are live. Should be good. We got any viewers? We got a couple of viewers. We'll let a few more people roll in here. So I got a new microphone, I got a new mic stand, boom arm, and I think I'm gonna return that. This microphone I think is just fine, because I do overhead shots and the boom arm gets in the way of the overhead shots, so it is what it is, right? Okay, we got a few more people rolling in now. The eSIM Studios podcast live stream is sponsored by, now we have them in the news and I hope we don't bash them too much, right? It is eSIM Studios podcast live stream sponsored by Google Fi Wireless. They have plans starting at just $20, and it's basically month to month, right? Now, if you need a new phone, you can definitely bring your phone and sign up with Google Fi Wireless. But if you're in need of a new phone, they got those too. So simply check out the link in our description box below, and you can get set up with really, really good wireless. Check this out. Now, what the hell is this? See on the top left? New phones. I really don't know what's going on, but long story short, I gotta Google find my phone. Sorry, this is turning into a disaster, but waiting for a few more people to roll in, and then we'll get started, right? If we have a fair amount of people in the chat, YouTube chat, we'll do giveaway. I have a Apple AirTag here. If you want it, simply head over to our YouTube channel live stream and enter in the chat hashtag AirTag. Simple enough, right? We'll do a drawing at the very end. Hashtag AirTag. Now, it only works in the YouTube channel live stream. Give me 1 second. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. The hospital called. My mother's still in the hospital in ICU. So normally, look, when I'm live streaming, the phone is on silent, but I have a couple of numbers that will ring and I got to pick up when they call. So, you know what? That happened, was it the last 2 streams when I was live? Literally, right after I hit live, my phone blows up and I got to take all these calls. And it happened again today. Crazy. So, as I was saying, our eSIM Studios podcast is sponsored by Google Fi. Plans start at just $20. Please see our link in the description box below. And there goes my phone again. Okay, let's get into these stories. Enter hashtag AirTag in the YouTube chat. If you're watching this on Instagram, there are no drawings on Instagram as of yet. I reached out to StreamYard and they're working on bringing that feature, but it's not here yet. So if you would like to enter to win this, brand new, head over to our YouTube channel and enter hashtag AirTag, and we'll do a drawing here pretty soon because I got shit to do. Okay, so let's get to the news real quick. I gotta hit on these stories because there's like 3 stories, right, that I wanted to get into real quick. Let me change the banner. No, we've already started. There we go. Okay. Share screen. Now, this, if you are a subscriber, a viewer of our eSIM Studios YouTube channel, you know that I have been hit with these same problems that I present to you now. So the Google Pics, now, not with the 8 Pro. I haven't had any overheating issues with my Pixel 8 Pro. It's actually, I was looking for it to show you. It's actually my overhead camera. But I did have issues, overheating issues, with the 7 Pro. Now, I had the 6 Pro, never had any problems. I was, I guess, one of the lucky ones, right? But that is not the case for a lot of people. Now, Google's been hit with a lawsuit in regards to the overheating issues with, I guess, specifically the 6 series, but as I mentioned, I've had issues. I had overheating problems with the 7 Pro. Now, mine didn't come about until the summertime, right? Pixels are released, I think, around late October. Mine didn't start overheating until like June, July, and August. We're here in South Texas. Very, very hot, right? As soon as it hit 100 degrees, I go outside. You want to take any sort of video, boom, it overheats and shuts down. And then once it shuts down, you can't even, now the camera app will shut down. You can still use the phone. You'll get a warning, but you can't take pictures. You can't take any videos. It's a huge pain in the ass. This has been my number one gripe with Google in regards to their Pixel devices, the overheating. And it looks like they are going to go to court over it. Is this a class action lawsuit? It is a class action lawsuit. Jennifer Hyatt filed a class action lawsuit in California over the Pixel 6 Pro, going through, check this out, going through numerous replacement devices, each one of them overheated. Now, I'm not going to join the lawsuit. I don't think that would be a smart idea for me, considering I'm trying to get invited to the Pixel 9 series launch. I don't want my name associated, but I mean, and I don't even have the phone anymore, and I don't have any issues with their new one. So, and technically, I did not have any problems with the 6 Pro. It looks like this class action lawsuit is just regarding the Pixel 6 Pro. If you are a owner or previous owner of a Pixel 6 Pro, I'm going to try to find you a link to where you can possibly sign up for the lawsuit, right? let me see if there is a link here. And if there's not, I'll do it once this live stream ends. I will find you a link. I know we have a ton of Pixel users that are subscribers to this channel. Let's see here. It was filed in California, and they want to represent a California class of consumer. Okay, so that would cancel out, I'm sure, a lot of viewers or potential clients of Mrs. Hyatt. I'll look into this a little more. It's kind of popped up on my radar right before I went live, so I will, if you are a Pixel 6 Pro owner or previous owner, as long as you have proof, I'll find links and stuff like that you gotta live in California. I'll have links and stuff. Come see this live stream, the description box of this live stream later tonight or tomorrow, and I'll update the links and stuff like that for everybody. So if you want to get, now I don't know how much, you're not going to be a millionaire, right, signing up for this one. Probably if you have proof that you purchased a 6 Pro. I don't know how you prove that you had overheating issues, right? I mean, who documents that? Your phone overheats, you curse at it, and then you tuck it away. So I'm not really sure, but I promise you I will look into it, get some more details for everybody if this involves you. And remember, you got to be in California, it looks like. But I will do my homework and update the links and description after we end this live. So Google is getting sued. Okay, this is very interesting, right? So last night, before I was getting ready to go to sleep, Nothing put out on their YouTube channel a short little 9-10 minute video. I love these behind the scenes video where Nothing's in-house PR team, marketing team, they have a YouTube channel and they make videos of, they interview employees, heads of the design team, the technology team. Well, they interviewed head of I can't remember the official term or his official role with Nothing. Very, very interesting little short interview. Basically broke down the CPU choice, why they went with MediaTek. If you viewed our live stream yesterday, we were wondering that same thing, and it's so ironic that yesterday we were like, why the hell would they go with MediaTek over a Snapdragon processor? Well, we got our answer last night. I'm going to link that video in the description box below so everybody can check it out. I would play it, but I would probably get flagged for copyright. But I do encourage, if you're a phone lover, if you're a technology enthusiast, please go check out the video. I'll link it as soon as this is done. Very interesting. So they went with a MediaTek CPU simply because it's faster. It performs better than the leading competitor, which is their the Snapdragon, 7 Gen 2, I believe. All right, it's a mid-range CPU. Now, this is not the typical MediaTek 7200, which has been out for, I believe, a little less than a year. This is the 7200 Pro, MediaTek 7200 Pro. So, Nothing said that they worked hand in hand with MediaTek to customize this chip just for this phone. So I can guarantee you it gets decent performance, nothing earth-shattering, right? It's not jaw-dropping, but for what they're putting it with and how they're going to fine-tune it, I have no issues with their choice. I have no I get it, right? I understand why they made that choice. So you're going to get pretty damn good performance, but you're also going to get really good battery life. I think you're going to get outstanding battery life. And as soon as the video was released, I believe it was released this morning at, 2 or 3 in the morning, Central Standard Time. A few hours later, boom, what do you know? The official pictures are released. These are accurate, unlike the last ones. Now, interesting setup. It does have the side-by-side parallel camera sensors here, sort of, I guess, similar to what the S10, the Pixel Fold, kind of smack dab right in the middle. Now, same sensors as what's on the phone 2. The black variant is what you see in the leaked photos. This is the white version. Now, this is the 2. This is not the 2A, which we're looking at. Oops, are y'all not seeing it? Damn it. Such an idiot. Sorry. I'm talking away and y'all are like, don't even know what you're looking at. That was my fault. My bad. So, the camera sensors, as I mentioned here, same sensors on the back of this phone too. I can't wait to see the white one. I'm going to get the white one. For sure getting the white one. And like I said, they're not releasing it here in the US, but you'll be able to find them on eBay a week or two after that they're launched. And I think it's going to be about $300, something like that, $350, so pretty darn affordable. It says nothing's new. Phone 2A renders reveal the device's design and glyph interface. Now, speaking of glyph, it looks like it's a watered down phone or version of the phone 2, right? 2A, which this is just like the Pixel 7, Pixel 7a. Well, it's also a watered down version of their glyph interface. So if you see around the camera setup right here, you see these little inserts right there? See those right there? It's going to do something like this. Those little lights that surround the camera housing are going to light up like this. Wow, I'm really struggling today. Can you see it? Yeah, it's one of those days. Anyways, I'm having a bad day. Okay, so they will light up, but it is a watered down version of the lights, because on this phone 2 that I have right here, the lights are all around the back. And, poor example, but all around the back, right? All in the back panel. That's why it's got a clear plain glass you can see through it. Well, it appears the 2A, it's just going to have it right around the camera sensor, which is fine, whatever, you know, it's still going to work. Still looks cool. So release date is going to be March the 5th. So we will definitely that's coming up here in just about 2 weeks, I believe. So absolutely great news. It looks like this should be a totally fine device. Can't wait to get my hands on it. So we have all this information down in the description box. All these articles that I'm taking information from, we'll have in the description box below. That's a good image right there. You get to see the back of the device, right? Very, very nice phone. And I'll also link their little YouTube channel and video describing the making of this. It's interesting because the guy that's in charge of one of their divisions that gets interviewed says he's been using the phone for 4 months. So these phone companies, these manufacturers work on these devices for, I mean, they plan this stuff out years in advance, right? So it may be new to us, but it's not new to them, to the insiders, right? We got another 1 or 2 stories left real quick. Enter #AirTag in our YouTube chat room and you can enter to win this. Yes, Apple AirTag. So we'll do the drawing here in just a few minutes. All right, so check this out. I'm not sure. We are getting a we are at here at eSIM Studios getting a Samsung Galaxy Watch 6. I think it's supposed to be delivered tomorrow, so it'll pair perfectly with my Galaxy Buds and my S24 devices that we have here that we'll test out. But I say that to say this: OnePlus is putting out their second generation of their watch. Now, if you remember, the first gen, the OG OnePlus watch did not have Android Wear on it. It had a proprietary operating system on it, right? No Google apps. Now, the one benefit to having proprietary software, battery life lasts forever, right? So just like the CMF watch that we gave away, that thing will go up to 2 weeks without having to be charged. Same thing with that OnePlus watch, the first generation, could last almost like 14-15 days on just one charge. Now, they are putting Android Wear OS on this second version, and look how much it. Now you say 100 hours. Wow, that's pretty good, but that's what, about 4 days, which is actually good for an Android Wear watch, having Google Play services on it where you can download Android apps, and it pairs wonderfully with any Android phone. But you see the battery life difference, right? I think the Galaxy Watch 6 will last about 3 days. That's a huge difference, right, in battery life. It's the Google Play services running in the background and basically draining the battery. Now, it's going to come with a very big battery compared to other watches, and it has a classic kind of look, a classic design, right? Typically, Samsung and or other companies will put out two versions. Like Apple put out an Ultra, put out a regular. Samsung, they'll put out a classic, quote unquote, and then a regular. So you get like a sporty look, and then you get a classic look, right? One for working out, one for black tie events, right? I'm not sure if these are different. They kind of look the same. I believe they're the same, just different colors, right? It could be both. You could, but it does look more of a classy design here. Now, I wonder what CPU they're putting in here. I wonder if it's that new Snapdragon. It doesn't say, does it? Snapdragon has a new Wear OS specific CPU for watches that supposedly gets very, very good battery life and is very high performing, but it doesn't really say in this article, does it? So we'll keep. I'm not sure if many of our viewers use Android Wear, use any type of smartwatches. I typically don't, but I'm gonna test out this Galaxy Watch 6, and I will here be a smartwatch user for the next few weeks, starting tomorrow. But typically I don't. My phone rings 24/7, just beep, 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 like literally every 5 minutes. You've heard it ring a few times and beep a few times since we've started this live stream. So it's a pain in the ass to me, and it's an annoyance to me to wear a smartwatch. And I know you can fine tune it with the notifications, but it's just every few minutes my wrist is vibrating, something's beeping. I typically put my phone on do not disturb all the time, just because, well, just as we were talking, it goes off. So anyways, check this out. So here's a big story, right? Saving the best for last. So was it yesterday or the day before? We all observed and read an article basically stating that Apple is scratching its iPhone flip. If you're not aware, if this is news to you, Apple has been, as I mentioned with the Nothing Phone 2a, these phones are even just the brainstorming, the roadmap of these manufacturers, right? So Apple, let's just put this out on the table. Apple is going to release a flip iPhone, which is everybody's head is going to explode when they release it. Yes, I know. But this is planned so far in advance, years, right? They probably thought of this. Oh, look, Samsung's on their sixth generation, and they've probably just been developing it behind the scenes for probably 5 or 6 years before that. So Samsung's the obvious leader in foldables, but I can guarantee you Apple's been working on this for a few years already. Now, there was a report, as I mentioned a minute ago, yesterday, that said they're scrapping their foldable. They hit a snag. Their displays are getting damaged very easily in testing, and it just did not live up to Apple's standard, right? Apple has a high standard. Yes, I'll admit it. Apple has very good hardware, right? I actually really do like their designs. I like the way their products look. I just hate to use them. Now, this one's going to be no different. This is not the official render. It's a mock-up, right, of what it'll look like. But I can promise you it's going to be a very, very nice-looking device. It says that we can expect one in 2026. Now, so what changed between the report yesterday saying that Apple is going to ditch their foldable for now and save it for later down the road, and the news today, which now says it's back on, right? So apparently the Apple did have issues experimenting with their foldables behind the scenes. The report was true. Yes, they damaged easy in testing, but Apple is making a little adjustment behind the scenes. So, as you know, the Apple Vision Pro, the goggles, the AI, or what is it? AR AI goggles that they released, everybody's seen online just a couple of weeks ago. Now, Apple is moving that team of developers, that team of technicians, that whole group, right? So when these projects come out, so like just for this Apple foldable, just for the Apple Vision Pro, Apple probably dedicates thousands of employees to just specifically work on that project. And even more specifically, let's say I'm an employee of Apple, and let's say I get put on the Apple Vision Pro team, development team. Not only would I be put on the team, but then I would be given a very, very specific duty for that team. So it might be sourcing parts, sourcing the speaker, sourcing the power cables, right? Every little thing, every little component inside the device has to be sourced for manufacturing, meaning you have to get the parts from somewhere. You have to negotiate prices. I mean, Lord, I could go on and on and on about this, but Apple is moving their Apple Vision Pro team, not all of them, right? But a large majority of them that worked on the Apple Vision Pro to get it up and running and launched, they're moving them to this iPhone flip. So it should be Apple is making some arrangements behind the scenes to basically make sure that this doesn't mess up. It's a highly anticipated phone. You know, they're probably going to sell it for like two racks, right? Like $2,000 right off the rip, because it's going to blow everybody's socks off. It's going to be the lead story on across the news. It's going to be badass, but they want to make sure they're putting out a dependable a dependable product. So it's back on. Long story short, it's back on. And this article here basically explains everything that I just mentioned, how basically Samsung's the leader. Now, they're not using Samsung displays because that's what we talked about yesterday. Well, if they're having display issues, why not go and source your displays from Samsung, who's been in the market for over 10 years in foldables? Why not just source your displays from them? Well, Apple wants to get away from Samsung. Basically, they want to get away from even parts. Many might not know, but a large majority, I take that back. It's a minority, but a decent percentage, I'll say, of your iPhone that you're watching me on is made by Samsung. Now, I'm talking about the parts, right? Maybe the speaker, the display. Samsung provides displays for iPhone. Well, Apple has a big vision. Apple wants to not only provide you the very best product, but they want to provide it to you from Apple, meaning they want to cut, they cannot do this overnight. They want to cut ties with their, not all their suppliers, but competitors like Samsung, right? It's a direct competitor that's giving you parts for your phone. So Apple, it appears they don't want to source it through Samsung. So it looks like that was the roadblock that they ran into, is they're going the long route. They're taking the hard route by basically sourcing it from. Now there's some other I think LG. I don't know who they're going to go through, but there are some other companies out there that do make foldables that they could possibly go through. So I think that news will come out here, obviously at some point. It says a release date in 2026. So that's what, obviously, I'm assuming they're going to release it alongside the iPhone. What would that be? We're on 15 now. So 16 would be this year. 17 would be next year. iPhone 18. So I'm assuming they're going to release this alongside the iPhone 18 in September of 2026. So it's about 2.5 years. So they still have a decent amount of time left to figure this thing out. But from this report, the iPhone flip is back on. So real quick, before we get out of here, please put hashtag AirTag in the chat. Hashtag AirTag, just like Bama fan here. All right, we got a lot of good people in here. Cool. Mr. Eclipse, what's going on, bro? If anybody's interested, we're gonna do the drawing here in just a second. If anybody's watching on Instagram, we're gonna do it literally in about 2 minutes. I got to get out of here before 7 my time. So we're going to do it pretty quick. But if you're watching this on Instagram and you want to win this AirTag, head over to YouTube or eSIM Studios on YouTube and join the live stream. Enter hashtag AirTag in the chat for your chance to win. Real quick before we do the drawing. Galaxy Buds. Now, I was like, I know I did a review on this. I know I did a review on this. And actually, I did not. So, what I'm going to do is do a review. Sorry, again, my phone's going off the hook. I got to put it away. Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. The very, very best earbuds I've ever owned in my life. They're on sale right now. If you're a Samsung user, check this out. Even if you have a Pixel, obviously Pixel has the Pixel Buds. Those suck. Pixel Buds suck. Even if you have an iPhone, these work phenomenal with iPhone. Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, the latest and greatest. Now, these are like $270 regular price. They were on sale for like $100. So if now I don't, no affiliate links here. I'm not getting paid to say that, or I don't get paid every time y'all make a purchase. I'm just letting you know these badass earbuds are basically rock bottom. I think this is the cheapest they've ever been, right? Where are we at? Here we go. Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, lowest price ever at $111. Definitely, in my opinion, worth it. Because look, you can get the Buds FE for like $79. But in my opinion, if you're gonna spend $79 on the FE, just spend the extra $20-$30 and get you the best ones in the market. So I'll link this in the description box below, and I'm gonna do a review of these because I was like, I know I did a review. I actually haven't. So I can't wait to do that review. So let's get to the drawing. Enough. Let me get it set up. Everybody enter hashtag AirTag in the YouTube description box. I'll give y'all a few seconds while I get this drawing set up. Okay. I wish Samsung could bring back the SD slot Iron Blaster. I know, man. Me too. Yep. Yeah, I know. It sucks, man. I think you, me, and millions of other people, honestly. All right, let me pull up this screen and then we'll get the drawing going. Simply enter hashtag AirTag in the chat. Okay, is everybody ready? I'm gonna give you a few more seconds. And while I give y'all a few more seconds, tomorrow I'm doing a video. I'm gonna I probably won't release the video for the Buds 2 Pro. I gotta film B-roll and go outside and run around with them on, show that they don't fall out. But I'm going to do videos on Good Lock. Samsung Good Lock. It's a Samsung application. Oh man, it is so awesome. I've spent too much time modifying my phone, and that's a good and a bad thing. Samsung Good Lock, I'll show you. If you have a Samsung device, I'll show you where to find it. I'll show you how to set it up, and the just endless amount of options you can do to customize your Samsung phone. It's freaking awesome. So I'm gonna have to do, like, it's an app with like smaller apps, right? And there's so much information, there's so much to tweak. I'm gonna have to do each sub app like every day, or release it as, you know, a video here, a video there, because it's a lot. Okay, enough said. It's about 7 o'clock and I gotta go. So let's run it. Is everybody ready? Everybody enter. All right, ready? All right, finally got a win. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Please email me. My information, email address, Taylor at eSIM Studios, is in the description box below. Email me and I will get it out to you as soon as tomorrow. It's not paired with any iPhone. I actually bought a bunch of them. Here's a side note. I had bought a bunch of them, a whole bunch of them, and I was gonna remove the speaker out of them, right? Make it like a speakerless. Well, anyways, this one's untouched. I'll just put it that way. I bought a bunch of them for a specific project, never did the project, and I have a bunch of them sitting in my drawer. So I'll ship this out to you tomorrow. It's unopened, so it's a completely new one. So email me and I'll get your shipping information behind the scenes and I'll get it out to you tomorrow. So I do appreciate the time. Thank you very, very much. I apologize for the interruptions. I'm gonna get better at making this show run smoother, right? So I'll improve, and I really appreciate your time. Please join us tomorrow. I'll find something else to give away tomorrow, right? I got a ton of shit here, so I'm good with my little few technology items, and everything else we can just run off this channel. So join us tomorrow for another giveaway, and maybe we can all vote and see what yeah, see, here we go. Should get his router tomorrow. Perfect. Yeah, I think, yeah. That's the UPS one. Yeah. And cases. That's right. So join us tomorrow. We will do another giveaway, whether it's another router, whether it's another AirTag, whether it's cases. Eventually, down the road, I would like to build this up to even give away phones, right? So I'm sourcing sponsors for the live stream. We did get Google Fi Wireless on board, but look, the sky's the limit for something like this, because live streams are not really popular in the technology sector of YouTube. I don't know why, but we're going to change that. So we'll have our own little community right here. So appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow, and we will have a new batch of technology stories and another cool product to give away. It'll be around 4 or 5 o'clock Central Standard Time tomorrow afternoon. So I will see you then, and please email me, sir, and we'll get it right out to you. Alrighty. Thank you very much. As always, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.